So today we are going to learn how we can download a GitHub repository and how we can use Pycharm editor to debug and execute the downloaded repository. So first of all, we have to clone this GitHub repository in our local directory through terminal. Okay, so I have opened the terminal. Now we will clone it through git command, git clone command. So this command has downloaded this repository into our local directory. So we can see all the files and the entire repository which is here. Now the next thing is we have to install the Pycharm editor. So Pycharm you can download from this website, and also you have to create an account and get a student license, educational pack license. This you can use freely because for the student educational purpose this JetBrains provide professional Pycharm as a free. So you just can get this license, and with the help of this you can activate your Pycharm editor, Pycharm professional editor, and use it for running any Python program. So I have already downloaded and installed it and also activated the educational pack license. So we will directly go to the downloaded repository, and next thing you have to open with Pycharm editor. Okay, so this is our Pycharm editor. Now when you open it, this is how it would look like. So you will be able to see the readme file which is already provided here in the GitHub repository. Okay, so all this information would also be there in the readme file here. So here also you can see. Now the next thing is how we can link this locally downloaded repository to a repository at the HPC server. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is how we can link it to the repository which is there at the HPC. So next thing we have to do is connect our local repository with the HPC repository. So we have to go to the setting, and the necessary condition is that our system should be connected to SVNIT local intranet. Okay, because if you don't connect, you will not be able to access the HPC from your laptop or from your local system. So after going to the setting, you have to go to the Python interpreter, and we have to add the interpreter which is already installed as at the HPC server. Okay, so go to the interpreter. So what we need to do, add interpreter. So because the HPC is the remote server, so we have to access any interpreter from the HPC through SSH. So we have to click the second option on SSH. So it will ask you the IP address. So IP address is we have to write the HPC IP address 172.21.0 something like that. Port would be 22 only, and next is the username. So suppose I'm trying to connect with my user account at the HPC, so I have to write my username, and then if we press next, it would ask my password, and then it will connect. So I have already configured one connection with my account. So I have selected that. If we go to next, so already connected. Now we would like to find out all the Conda environment which are installed in my HPC account. Okay, so I have to go to the Conda environment. Now it will try to detect all the installed Conda environment, but somehow due to the wrong setting of Conda, it's not able to do that. So we have to provide the Conda file. Okay, Conda binary file. So we have to go to home directory and specific user directory which is Srikanth. Now we have to look at the mini Conda. If miniconda is not there in your directory, you have to install it explicitly. Okay, and after installing, the miniconda directory would be visible in your account like this, and you have to go and search inside the bin, and bin there would be a conda binary file, so we have to select it. Okay, now when you press, after selecting the conda binary file, we can press the load environment button. Okay, so it will find out all possible environment which are there already installed in our directory, in our HPC user account. Okay, so suppose I want to access this particular library. Okay, so what we have to do is, we will select it, tar GPU 310, and we also have to provide the right path folders. Okay, so let's expand it. So this is our local directory, and this is our remote directory, which is the location of HPC server. Now we have to go to the directory to see where that we want to put the this directory at the HPC. So we want to put the directory at this location, for example. Okay, so first of all you have to get the path for this location. So I'm inputting my password. So after login, what you have to input command pwd. Okay, so pwd will give you the location of the directory where we have to where we want our this repository at the HPC server. So copy this path and now paste here at the remote path. Okay, and we also want the name of the directory at HPC should be same. Okay, yeah, so this is our remote path and this is our local path. Now we will press OK and create the environment. Okay, so yeah, so this is how the remote environment, which is already installed at HPC, is now accessible to us in our local system. Okay, so we have to do apply, OK. Now the next thing is, now setup is ready. What we have to do is upload everything in the HPC server. So how we can do it? So you have to press the right click, go to the deployment and upload to the server. Okay, upload to the server. So you press yes. So it will start uploading all your files which are stored locally to the HPC server. So upload is in progress. So you can visualize all those files. Press refresh. Yeah, you can see now at our HPC server, in our user directory, we have this folder, and all the files which are there in our local system are also available here. So one by one everything would be uploaded. If there are larger files, it will take more time, but otherwise you can go ahead with that. Okay, so uploading is still going on. Yeah, so it's done finally. Okay, transfer done successfully. Now we can visualize whether all the files are there or not. So the hidden files are generally not copied. Okay, so they are generally ignored, but rest of the directories, they are going to be shared with the HPC server also. Okay, now the next thing is executing the commands. So for further, you need to look at how the baseline is being considered, how the baseline is utilized. To do that, this is our command. Okay, we want to execute first line, second line, third line, all the lines related to baseline that we have to execute. Suppose we want to execute the first statement, first Python script. So we have to again go to the Pycharm and create we also have to open that Python program which we want to execute. So this is checker. Okay, so checker probably would be in src, yeah, here. Okay, so let's open this file. Now when you open a Python program, you can see that the execution part is now ready. So what we have to do is we have to create a script for this. So go to the run tab, edit configuration. Now we have to add configuration so that we can execute a Python program. So this is this one. Okay, and we can name it something related to this one, checker. Okay, we can give it checker here also, checker.py, and because this file is in the src directory, so we also have to provide the whole path. Okay, and src inside, and we also have to provide the working directory. Okay, the current working directory is the directory which we have downloaded. Okay, this is our path. Now we also have to provide mapping over here, means mapping of local path and remote path. So our local path is this. Okay, and our remote path we can get from here. Press the pwd command. Yeah, so this is the remote path. So remote path we will pasting here also. Yeah, and okay. Now we have set the current working directory. We have also provided the path of the Python program that we want to execute, and select the appropriate interpreter. So we have attached this this particular interpreter from the HPC. Okay, so select this one, and we can also provide some parameters. Okay, the parameters which are given with the script, like this one. Okay, so this one we can also provide here as a list of those parameters. Okay, and that's it. Now we can press apply and OK, and we can start debugging. Okay, so suppose where is the main part here? So this is our main part. Okay, so we can put checkpoint at any place. So whenever we put checkpoint and you debug it, so this is the debugger button. When you press debug, your Python will start executing and will take you directly to this particular checkpoint. So let's see whether we are able to execute it or not. So remember, now your program is getting executed, and the Python interpreter which is being used is the remote Python. Okay, remote Python interpreter which is already installed at the HPC. So we are getting some error because some packages are not there, so we have to install these packages. Okay, so probably they are going to be maybe inside it, or we have to find out in the Google. So they must have also provided the essential requirements. Okay, so in the essential requirements you may find out some libraries that required actually. Okay, so all these errors that you have to resolve. Okay, maybe you have to install this Python library which is required by the program. So after installing it and removing all the errors, your program should work perfectly. Okay, so you can follow this tutorial how you can set up a Pycharm editor on your system, the professional version, so that you can connect your local program to the program which are there on the server side, and use the server interpreter to run the program on your system. So ultimately you are exploring or debugging your program locally, but by using the interpreter which belong to the server. Okay, so we are using HPC server interpreter, and ultimately the program is executing on the server, but we can see what is happening during the execution on our system locally. So this is very good tool for debugging and exploring a given code. So hopefully this tutorial would be helpful for you to install and use the Pycharm to explore any Python repository that you want to do. So please let me know your comments or your doubts. If any step you are not able to do, we can discuss again, and to help you out to use Pycharm in best possible way to explore anything you want to do. Okay, so thank you for listening.